So today we are going to study a new lesson, that is 9, the bond of love. Can there be love and friendship between human beings and animals? So love and friendship. Love and friendship. Friendship between human beings and animals. Especially which animals? Yes, wild animals. So we are having connection with the animals, domestic animals. That means animals which are domesticating, isn't it? That means goat, cow, goat, a dog, cat. All these animals what we are domesticating. We are friends between them, isn't it? So here asking whether we can make friend with the wild animals. Can we make friend with the wild animals? Because nature of wild animals is different. They are having the what tendency? They are having the tendency of attacking, isn't it? They are having the tendency of attacking. So wild animals are having the tendency of attacking. But domesticated animals are different from them, isn't it? So and especially the features of these animals are also different. Clear to you? So that is the question what the lesson is asking, whether love and friendship between human beings and wild animals. Let us read a fascinating means interesting account of an orphaned sloth bear that was rescued by the author. Orphaned means had lost his parents, isn't it? Sloth bears inhabit forest areas including the tropical rainforest of Indian grasslands and lower elevations. Sloth bears have very shaggy hair and long muscles. Using their claws to dig, they can then use their lips to form a tube which can go deep into the ground or into hard to reach areas like dead trees for their food. Their main food is termites. Termites means chidali. You can hear them stuck up their food from several feet away. Why? That means standing here, it can put the tongue outside, isn't it? That means what is there? A lip to form a tube. So like a tube, the lip will form, and up to the distance they can go and search their food there. Understood now? So termites will be somewhere on the wood and they may be little far away. So from that distance they can take the termite from the wood portion. Clear to you? These are the peculiarities of the bear. What are the peculiarities? They are having very shaggy hair. They are having very shaggy hair. Then long muscles. Then they are having claws to dig. Then lips can form like to form a tube which can go very deep, isn't it? So from a very even in the ground also these lips can go very deep into the earth also, into the ground to get the termites. Termites will not be on the top, isn't it? They will be inside the wet mud. So it can go very deep inside to take these insects. Understood? Now we go to the lesson. I will begin with the Bruno. So who is the bear? Bruno. My wife's pet sloth bear. So Bruno is the bear. But bear, I got him for her by accident. That means now the narrator is saying how this Bruno the bear was brought from the forest. It is a wild animal. Bear we cannot keep at home, isn't isn't it? It is a wild animal. 2 years ago, we were passing through the sugarcane fields near Mysore. People were driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. Some were shot and some escaped. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came out panting in the hot sun. So how did the other got that bear? 2 years while they were driving to the sugarcane field near Mysore, they were chasing white pigs. While they were chasing the white pigs, and some got dead and some were escaped, isn't it? So and while they are going to start their return journey, suddenly they heard the sound of this bear and he got it. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear, warned Ulli. But unfortunately for the poor beast, one of my companions did not feel that way about it and promptly shot the bear on the spot. So how did that bear got shot? It came running from a far distance, so it was breathing hardly, isn't it? And then one of his friends wanted to kill it, but he did not want to kill it. But the other fellow, he had shot the bear and it was half dead. Injured one. As we watched the fallen animal, we were surprised to see that the black fur on his back moved and left the prostrate body to keep the position of the body. Then we saw it was a baby bear that has been riding on the mother's back when the sudden shot had given. So when they were shooting, who had died in that spot? The mother had died in the spot, and this baby was there with the mother at that time. Understood? That is why it was severely injured. The little creature ran around his prostrate parent, making a painful noise. So the parent has died over there, and this poor baby bear was running around that dead parent. That is how it had come in the hand of the author. I will begin with Bruno, my wife's pet sloth bear. I got him for her by accident. 2 years ago, we were passing through the sugarcane field near Mysore. People were driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. Some were shot and some escaped. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came on panting in the hot sun. That means the mother, while shooting, who has died? The parents had died, and this poor animal with great fear was running from there. That is why it was panting to break. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear with a wand only, but unfortunately for the poor beast, one of my companions did not feel that way about it and promptly shot the bear on the spot. As we watched the fallen animal, we were surprised to see that the black fur on its back moved and left the prostrate body. Prostrate means making the position of the body. Then we saw it was a baby bear that had been riding on its mother's back when the sudden shot was killed her. That means when they were aiming at the bear, this baby also was with that mother's back, on the mother's back, and the shot had killed the baby there. The little creature ran around its prostrate parent, making him pitiful. So while falling down, the black fur of the body will be covered up like that in such a way, isn't it? So this poor animal was running around that dead parents. I ran up to it to attempt a capture. I ran to capture means to catch hold of. Capture. Catch hold of. It seemed into a sugarcane. It scooted into a sugarcane field. Following it with my companions, I was at last able to grab it by the scruff of the neck while he snapped and tried to scratch me with his long hooked claws. So what did the other do? He ran to catch hold of that animal because it is a baby one, isn't it? Scooted into the sugarcane field. That means it was running away into the sugarcane field. Following it, he and his companions started going back of that. I was at last able to grab it, catch hold of that animal on his neck while he snapped and tried to scratch me. So while I was catching hold of the animal, it is having the fear, isn't it? Because they are human beings. So in front of them is a human being, and that scene that parent dying on the spot, isn't it? So this animal got frightened and it was trying to escape from that hold, from that person's hand. And so in between, what did he do? It just started scratching at him. Hooked with his claws, he started scratching because wanted to escape from the hands of the human bull. We put it in one of the gunny bags we had got, and when I got back to Bangalore, I duly presented it to my wife. So what did he do? Somehow he managed to catch hold of that animal and put it inside a bag, jute bag. And coming back to Bangalore, he gave to his wife. That is how, who had come in the hands of his wife? Bruno had come in the hands of his wife. She was delighted. Delighted means happy. She at once put a colored ribbon around his neck, given a collar to him, and after discovering that cub was a boy, she christened it Bruno. So then she understood that it was a male animal, and so what name was given? Bruno, the name was given. Understood now? Can see that it is a baby boy bear, isn't it? That is why she had given the name Bruno. Bruno soon took to drinking milk from a bottle. It was but a step further, and within a very few days he started eating and drinking everything else. So first step, it is all baby only. So in the starting, they used to give in the bottle, feeding bottle, milk in the feeding bottle, and slowly he started coming back by drinking and eating. He started. That means the animal must have understood now that now he is safe in their hands, isn't it? He is safe in the hands. So slowly it started eating and drinking. And everything in the right word, for he ate partridge made from any ingredients, vegetables, fruits, nuts, meat, especially pork, curry and rice, regardless of condiments and chilies, bread, eggs, chocolates, sweets, puddings, ice cream, etc. Whatever those other and his wife was eating, everything was given to this bear also. So the bear started eating from chocolates to every food, whatever food is given, isn't it? Ice cream, everything, whatever things they eat, everything was given to him. Usually, do the bears eat all these things? No, they are flesh eating animals, isn't it? So here, even pork also is given to him, isn't it? So meat is also given to him. With the meat, all other sweet dishes, everything is given to him. So whatever the family used to take, those things given to him also. He was brought in such a way. As for milk, then for drinking, milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, buttermilk, beer, alcohol, liquor, and in fact anything liquid. So whatever in the liquid form was given to him for drinking. It all went down with a relish, with a great enjoyment and tasty, and everything had gone with him, isn't it? How he had enjoyed his food, because it contains all the elements, it contains all kind of varieties of food and drinks. So he was enjoying his food. Clear to you? I'll read it once more from the beginning. I will begin with Bruno, my wife's pet sloth bear. I got him for her by accident. 2 years ago, we were passing through the sugarcane fields near Mysore. People were driving away the wild pigs from the fields by shooting at them. Some were shot and some escaped. We thought that everything was over when suddenly a black sloth bear came out, panting in the hot sun. Now I will not shoot a sloth bear, but unfortunately for the poor beast, one of my companions did not feel that way about it and promptly shot the bear at the spot. As we watched the fallen animal, we were surprised to see that the black fur on its back moved and left the prostrate body. Then we saw it was a sloth bear, baby bear that had been riding on its mother's back when the sudden shot had killed her. The little creature ran around its prostrate parent, making a painful noise. I ran up to it to attempt a capture. It scooted into the sugarcane field. Following it with my companions, I was at last able to grab it by the scruff of its neck while it snapped and tried to scratch one with its long hooked claws. We put it in one of the gunny bags we were brought, and when I got back to Bangalore, I duly presented it to my wife. She was delighted. She at once put a colored ribbon around his neck, and after discovering the cub was a boy, she christened it Bruno. Bruno soon took to drinking milk from a bottle. It was but a step further, and within a very few days he started eating and drinking everything else. And everything in the right order, for he ate porridge made from any ingredients, vegetables, fruits, nuts, meat, curry and rice, garners of continents and chilies, bread, eggs, chocolate, sweets, pudding, ice cream, etc. As for drink, milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, buttermilk, beer, alcohol drink, and in fact anything liquid. It all went down with the relief. So, how was that baby bear in the beginning? At first, it was having that fear that he will be safe in the hands of those human beings, isn't it? Because they are the wild animals. And now they had shot his parents, and somehow the other managed to bring home, isn't it? And as soon as he was brought home, who was happy? His wife was happy, and she took the baby and made it comfortable. How did she make it comfortable? At first, what did she do? She put a collar for him. She tied a ribbon from the neck, isn't it? And understanding that he is a boy, he gave him the name Bruno. Then all the food, whatever food they used to have, was shared with the Bruno. Also was given to this beer also. That means any kind of food, having any it is whether of chili or sweet or sugar, whatever it is, from ice cream till to the last one, that is the meat, curry, everything was given to him, isn't it? And at the same time, any kind of liquid seems to be a drink for him. That is also was given to him. He was enjoying his food very happily. Clear to you? Now coming to the next point. The bear became very attached to our new Alsatian dogs and to all the children of the tenants living in our bungalow. He was left quite free in his younger days and spent his time in playing, running into the kitchen and going to sleep in our pets. So how we give the freedom to the dogs and the cats as whom we are keeping as pet. They can go and sleep in any of their places, isn't it? Sometimes they may jump up in our bed also. They likes to sleep along with us, isn't it? The small dogs and the cats what we are keeping at home. Like that, the same also was done by whom? This baby deer also. The bear became very attached over to Alsatian dog. So who was already there? Already their author is having 2 Alsatian dogs. So now Bruno is the third one, isn't it? So he is having 2 Alsatian dogs already there, isn't it? And now Bruno had come with that family. So how many animals are there? 3 are there. So already this dog, when Bruno had come, he had 2 friends, other 2 friends also there, 2 Alsatian dogs. And to all the children of the tenants living in Amranda. Tenants means peasants. Peasants or farmers. So all the people who are living over there, he became friend with everyone, isn't it? All became a friend towards him. And to all the children of the tenants living, that means he started playing with the children of the neighborhood, the old bungalow. He was left quite free in his younger days and spent his time in playing, running into the kitchen and going to sleep in our bed. So it is only a baby. So in the beginning, he was left free to go along with anybody, play with them. So the whole time he was playing and running inside the house, and not only that, sleeping in their beds also. So that much freedom was given to him in his early days, because he was only a baby brought from his dead parents. Understood? One day an accident befell him. I put down poison barium carbonate to kill the rats and mice that had got into my library. Bruno entered the library as he often did, and he ate some of the poison. Paralysis sent in to the extent that he would not stand on his feet. But he dragged himself on his stumps to my wife, who called me. I guessed what had happened. Off I rushed in the car to the vet's residence. Case of poisoning. Tame beer, where what to do. So one day an incident came which was very dangerous, isn't it? He had kept some poison to kill the mice and rats at home. And this beer, what happened? He went and had taken that. And what happened? As soon as he had taken it, his body totally started to paralyze. Paralyze means no movement. No movement to the parts of the body. And now he has to be taken to the veterinary doctor. The doctor who takes care of the animals, veterinary. He has to be taken there. And at the same time, it is a great danger also, because keeping a wild animal as a pet, that is one thing. And secondly, given or taken poison inside, isn't it? So these 2 things, if anybody comes to know, it is against the law. That means we have no right to keep wild animals at home. Do we have? We can keep a domesticated animal, cow, goat, buffalo, dog, cat, everything, all that we can keep it. But wild animals, we are not allowed to keep at home. Even the monkeys also, isn't it? Why? Because they are forest animals and they have to be left freely. So here what happened? Rather, if any question comes over there, what will be? He will be arrested. Why he will be arrested? Because he is against the rule. He had done something against the rule. What are the things he had done against the rule? First of all, he had tamed. He was keeping a pet. And that animal was a wild animal, especially bear, isn't it? Cannot be kept at home. And secondly, now it has taken the poison. It has taken the poison. So all these comes, then it is a great danger for him, isn't it? These are against the laws. One day an accident befell him. Befell means had fallen on him. What is the accident? He put some poison, that is barium carbonate, to kill the rats and mice that had got into my library in order to destroy them. Bruno entered the library as he often did and he ate some other poison. So the poor animal did not know that it is a poison kept over there for killing rats, isn't it? He did not come to know over that. As usually he went inside, he saw something in a plate, and because he used to take and eat anything, whatever is given to him, he used to taste it, isn't it? So he thought it is something to be eaten, and he had taken that poison. And he ate some other poison, paralyzed in the extent that he could not stand on his feet. That means his body started unconscious. He became unconscious. He was not able to stand properly. Understood now? But he dragged himself on his stumps to his wife. But the poor animal from the library, slowly, somehow he could manage, and he came in front of whom? His wife. And now then only he could understand, isn't it? Suppose if that animal had not come to their wife, will they come to know what had happened to him? No, they will not come to know, isn't it? So the bear was clever enough. After having that, he was not able to stand up. With that weak body, he came in front of his wife. And the wife, what did the wife do? She called the other. I guessed what had happened. So he understood what has the thing that had happened, because he himself had kept that for killing the rats. Off I rushed to the car to the residence. Case of poisoning, tame deer, parent, what to do now? It is a great case for him, isn't it? Between the wild animal and home, at the same time the animal had taken poison also. So now he thinks what to do. Out came his medical books and a feverish reference to index began. What poison did you say? Barium carbonate. So what is the poison he kept before rats? Barium carbonate. What is the poison? Inside the mice. So went to the, now was taken where? To the veterinary doctor. What poison did you say? Sir, barium carbonate. And yes, barium carbonate. Symptoms, paralysis. What are the symptoms after having this? The body becoming paralyzed. So paralysis, then injection. So these thoughts should be given to that within a short time, isn't it? So sometimes if the whole body paralyzes, then it will be difficult to bring back the working of the organs, isn't it? So as soon as when they understand what had gone inside the body, what kind of poison had gone inside the body, the first thing is they have to give an injection. Injections of just a minute, sir. I will bring you syringe and the medicine. So the doctor decided to give the injection. A dash back to the car. Bruno still floundering about on his arms, but clearly weakening rapidly. Some vomiting, heavy breathing, heavy flanks, and gapping mouth. So again, when trying to bring the animal before bringing the animal to the doctor, he had come and said what had happened, isn't it? So the doctor had said what the poison he understood what is the poison that had gone inside the body, and in order to recover from that, what the doctor has to give injection, isn't it? So after getting all that, doctor rushed to the car to bring the animal to the doctor. So when he had gone to take the animal, that is Bruno, to the doctor, what he saw, the animal was still suffering. It was vomiting, then breathing. It feels heavy for him to breathe. That means heavy breathing. He is finding very difficult to breathe. So he was in a critical situation. Understood? Out came his medical books and a feverish reference to index began. What poison barium carbonate. Heart is barium, salt, barium carbonate. Symptoms, paralysis. Treatment, injection. Just a minute, sir. I will bring my syringe and the medicine. A dash back to the car. Dash back means rushed back to the car because Bruno is still there. He's still floundering. Floundering means he is not able to move. Because the whole body now became very stiff. About on his stumps but clearly weakening rapidly. That means he is getting worse and worse. And some vomiting, same time he is vomiting, heavy breathing with the heavy flanks and the gap opening his mouth widely, and it is finding very difficult to breathe. So it is coming to death, isn't it? Towards the death, it is coming very near to the death because the whole poison had gone inside the body. So poison had gone inside the body means every organs inside the body will stop their functioning, and as a result of stopping their functioning, what happens? The patient will suffer, either human being or the animal, they will start suffering. Hold him every day. Everybody, in goes the hypodermic. Bruno speaks 10 Celsius of the antidotes, endures his symptom without a drop being wasted. 10 minutes later, condition unchanged. After 10 is injected, 10 minutes later, breathing less steroids. Bruno can move his arms and legs a little, although he cannot stand up. 30 minutes later, Bruno gets up and has a great feel. He looks at us disbelievingly, as much as to say, what is barium carbonate to a big black bear like me? Bruno is still eating. So in the hospital, what had happened? They had given him injection, and after the first injection, little change started in his body. Again, the next injection was also given after 10 minutes. Then he was totally, his organs all started to work. He was totally coming back to life. At that time, some food was given to him, but without any complaint, he started eating. So finally, he became to the proper position where he started to eat, isn't it? So as if they mean that the small poison did not do me anything. I need more and more. Funny thing, isn't it? That means the animal was in the habit of eating a lot of food. A dash back to the car. Bruno still fluttering about on his stomach, but clearly weakening rapidly. Some vomiting, heavy breathing with the heavy flanks and the gaping mouth. Hold him, everybody. It goes the hypodermic. Bruno screws 10 Celsius of the antidote enters his system without a drop being wasted. First medicine was given to him. 10 minutes later, after 10 minutes, condition unchanged. Another 10 minutes injected again. 10 minutes after 10 minutes, again one more injection was given. 10 minutes later, breathing less steroids. Again, steroids means started to breathe, making little sound. He cannot stand up, but he was not able to stand up, but the breathing started properly. 30 minutes later, so half an hour over, Bruno gets up and has a great feel. Bruno started getting up and having a good food. He looks at his disdainfully. Disdainfully means not in a proper way, as much to say, what is barium carbonate to a big beer, dark beer like big beer. Bruno was still eating, so he was still eating. He thinks that what the small person did not do anything to me. I need something heavy for eating. Clear to you?